gap analysis, as I showed you on the screen, that we categorize the way of the sleep recovery into three parts today. And the first one is for the neurology. This is something this about brain working. So if the person they get suffer from poor sleeping every night, so they go to see the doctor, and doctor just give them medicine or sleep drug. So that is not right effect to the body and heart and health. So this one is the majority thing that people use it for the neurology. And for the Western country, they think about the hypnosis. Hypnosis, this is the thing about the thing that mind and soul, your instinct, just may try to help you relax deep, let's go easy. So those kind of things are like a psychologist thing that most of the Western country, they do prefer to do like an optional thing. And the newest thing we call the CBT. This kind of the new concept is think about thought, feeling, and behavior integrated together. I think this kind of technique is quite similar to the mindful peace sleep that I was talking on. So for the gap analysis, so I think that this gap will be the very benefit for the further study that, okay, if you would like to go for the option for the optional cue for the person who feel bad or who has like poor sleep, they can select the mindful peace sleep regarding to my research. So next, the state of problem that I would like to know. The first one, what are the main causes of research of poor sleep quality? So I want to know the reason. Second, how insufficient sleep impact to the personal, community, and society. So the second one, I would like to know about the impact. Third one, how can I develop the mindful sleeping? And four, what the process of development the mindful sleeping by Buddhist peace for me. So in conclusion, I would like to know the course of action, I would like to know the impact, I would like to know the step of development, and the last one, the process. And 1.4 is the objective of this research. The first one, I would like to find the impact of the sleep deprivation. Two is the analyze the critical mindful peace sleep, and the third is develop the process. For the research scope, I would select the age of the Machima Y, or the middle age of people. It's around 34 to 67 to be the focus group. And the research group that will study the specialists into field. We have four perspectives for my research. The first one is the vulnerable. They represent from the Buddhist religions. The second one is the psychologist, neurologist, and Buddhist structure, Buddhist instructor. Number two is the group workshop for 10 people. I would like to track that, okay, how the people, they are growing and do some meditation together for 2 days and 1 night, and how can they improve their behavior, their attitude and thinking. And for the 3 is the group interview to the Google form for 100 persons. And the 1.5 is the research scope. For the research scope, we are mainly mentioned about the self-development according to the Buddhist thoughts. So we are not paying for this treatment. So if the person is under doctor assistant, so we will not allow to enter to our focus group. For the 1.7, the review, the literature review. So some documentation that say that for the developing country, especially for the student in Southeast Asia, they are get very hurtful to get sleep according to the academic rainforest. and also the way to accomplish the peace sleep that need to well take and practice by yourself. So it's come up to the conclusion of my concept that for the sleep peaceful and mindful sleep, this is the center here. And if we have the mindful sleep, it means that we have the inner peace. And for the second layer, if you have the inner peace well, so it means that they create a beautiful day for everyone. So it's peace living, it's an outer peace. And the last one, if everyone in society taking care of themselves well and have like self control well, it means it will be effect to the peace sleep society and then a world peace at the end. The research methodology I have already mentioned about this. So it is about the first one, the tool is survey for the self-assessment, and the second one is the focus group, the third one is interview, and the fourth is the literature review. The expected outcome from my research. The expected outcome is I would like to recommend the way to use what I call that one. This is the Buddhist peaceful mean through the human and society, and we expected to develop the way of human and well-being through the Buddhist peaceful mean. For the chapter 2, the importance of sleep, they divide into four part actually. And for my research is that integrated how to get sleep well according to the Buddhist knowledge. For the chapter 2.2 is challenge of the sleep disorder. For the sleep disorder, we categorize into main three parts. And the first one is insomnia. This is most of the people are faced with this problem because they not really get fresh on the daytime. And psychologically insomnia. This is the typically that see most in the working life, because they mentioned that they would like to sleep 8 hours a day. If they don't want to have like 8 hours a day, so they will feel like uncomfortable. This is the psychologist problem. And the third one is the fogginess. This is something that happen in the person who will have really high stressful and feel like very suffer from something, they cannot get sleep well. So the thing is, the good sleeper have to minimal intent to sleep. For the critical thinking of the mental disorder and insomnia, this is the thing that's related together. If you don't have well sleep, so it means that you get insomnia. After you got insomnia, the mental disorder will be your chronic and at the next day. So the number of the WHO said that by 2020, most of the people will get suffer from depression. And for the 2.3, the impact of the sleep deprivation, as I mentioned, is about the impact. The first one is personal impact. If the person they ignore with the well sleep, so it means that the higher mortality rate will grow stopped by the NCD. And the social impact, if we could not sleep well, so it means that the way for the like harassment, the human rights. So for the country, that will be most beneficially for the healthcare budget. So if you see that for the social impact, right, very perfectly show that if the person who not well sleep, so it will affect into the healthcare. If you have like higher healthcare budget, so it means that that country will really difficult to develop in the end. So environmental impact, for sure, most of